to the plate, I'm thinking, well, I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to substitute all Star Wars things for myself to make it specific. I know. I'm so grateful it panned out for me. Rarely, different IP, but I know Star Wars. I love Star Wars, so I just sort of transposed all that. And when they talked about the cause, I was thinking of the Rebel Alliance and Princess Leia and all of that. And I mean, I can't believe that it actually. I should have known. I mean, it
turned out to be that.
Yeah, exactly. And I got a call back, and I saw.
They were putting together a show. Yeah, this is not well known. For a second, he thought maybe I would do that, and then.
What?
And I told him, I'm like, we had a discussion. I'm like, you can and should audition this, especially since I was doing like a weird Errol Flynn thing. Because I was like, well, I can't really use my sort of native voice because it sounds too much like Starkiller. So I'll sort of do this, kind of 1940s Errol Flynn. And and he was into it for a second.
That would have been a really good mask.
Hey, how you doing? Come over here, kid. Take the sword. Jump up and then jump off the rock. That's swashbuckling. Good, nice, good job.
Good going, Spook.
Yeah, exactly. Have you guys watched those old Errol Flynn?
Yes.
They speed up the footage a little bit, which just makes him seem terrifying, right? He's like sitting there like, Robin Hood, how do you like your porridge? And like people are just running like, oh my God! I remember watching the first episodes and just being like, oh, this cast is brilliant. This is so good. And I did a rewatch recently and had the same thought, but times two, because I had that sort of Star Wars hesitation you have when you see new Star Wars. You go, okay, new Star Wars, what do you got for me? Okay. And I remember the first time I'm like, this cast is pretty brilliant, And then seeing it again without that hesitance, I was like, oh, this show just came out of the gate, like totally fully formed, like it just works. No, he took me, I did a video game called Star Wars The Force Unleashed, and then he thank you, that's good. And so then I got hired for the Clone Wars, and there was a character called the Sun in this thing called the Mortis Trilogy. And that was like a very early voice job, because I'm like you guys, like live action stuff, and we didn't really know what we were doing, right? So I showed up to this Star Wars gig not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing, even though they gave me the scripts and they're like, great, you're playing the dark side of the Force, go. And I'm just like, and so I sort of generically sounded like a guy or something. And I remember at some point I said to the hat guy, because I didn't know his name yet, I'm like, hat guy, are we afraid that this character is just sort of sounding like Starkiller, like a generic version of Starkiller? And Dave goes, well, Starkiller had a connection to the dark side of the Force, and you are the dark side of the Force, so it's okay if they sound similar. And when he said that, I was like, so then the only way that makes sense is I need to sound like Darth Vader, I need to sound like the Emperor, I need to sound like Darth Maul, I need to sound like Dooku. Any character with a connection to the dark side of the Force, you should see hints of that in this character's voice. So then I started performing it that way, and on the second episode, Dave was like, hey, I see what you're doing there, Sam. And I'm like, yeah, should I do it less? No, do it more, that's how we're gonna get away with this.
Well, I don't know,
No, I think I didn't understand the question.
No, maybe I don't understand the question. Just what was your overall reaction to being a part of the story? Was it positive or negative? I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
I would say overwhelmingly positive.
Well, good, that's a good answer.
Universally,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
Very positive. I love making Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like a pebble in this giant beach of amazing boulders. And so you're like, it's just cool to be in the world, in the galaxy.
I guess the only negative I would think is that did you want to have more to do with the story? Have more to do interacting with all the characters?
I feel like we are, at least for Star Wars Rebels, I mean, also probably for Clone Wars, but I can't speak to that. I mean, ours was such an ensemble, and thanks to Dave with the hat, that same thing for you guys, right? You recorded every episode as a cast all together, which was wonderful professionally, creatively, and personally, because like we are so close because we got to do that together for years and years, you know, which is so special and so unusual in voiceover land, right? And so, but also like, our show was so, I feel like, evenly, you know, we got to know Hera, we got to know Ezra, we got to know Kanan, we got to know Sabine, I guess we got to know Zeb. At the end we got to know Zeb, right? Zeb and Callus. Yeah.
Callus got to know.
Callus got to know Zeb.
Hot Callus, anyone?
Not Callus, all day. But I feel like it was such a collaborative effort, and whenever we would have, you know, our guest stars that had like major storylines, major story arcs, they would come and record with us. So it was such a collaborative effort, and I think story-wise it was so evenly balanced. I have no problem. And Zeb's always, oh my god, I'm doing it again. Steve's always like making weird noises and trying to get us to
Constantly
laugh.
farting. He's
You know,
always farting.
So it's wonderful. I don't know that we would have gotten that way if we hadn't been always recording together and spending so much time together, but it certainly helped inform our performances. I think it was all for the better.
I would say my only disappointment was the episode with Lando Calrissian. When I saw in the script that I got to punch him, and I was like, this is going to be interesting, because, you know, Billy D. Williams, huge fan for my entire life. I mean, dude, please. And he was filming Dancing with the Stars at the time, so I didn't get to meet him. I've met him since, but I'll never forget the moment when his line says, I owe you one, and Freddie looked at me and he went, Cloud City. Like, the whole reason that he ended up helping the rebels is maybe because of that moment where he said that he owed Hera. I know, we both freaked out. Anyway. So I was disappointed not to meet him, but I also, my mind exploded given that it did perhaps factor into, you know, the original trilogy.
And apparently he wore the cape during the recording.
I did not know that. He's awesome.
I just made
Bean and Kanan and Maul and Zeb and everyone in Star Wars to keep coming to these and watching everything. I think it's amazing. So
that's kind of a tough road to go on, to establish these new characters and have them accepted so quickly. I think that speaks well for all of you. You did a great job.
I think it speaks, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
I think it speaks well for Star Wars fans, because before 1 second of our show had ever aired, we went to San Diego Comic-Con, what would that have been, like 10 years ago? Yeah, oh my gosh. And this weekend, right? And we had, what, 5,000 people in our audience? And
Well, yeah, the Mandalorians inducted you as a Mandalorian merc. Remember? And there's a really great picture of me ugly crying. You should Google it. It's awesome. That's the same face when I found out that Hera had a son in the finale. Remember we were in the screening and I'm eating a protein bar and I look up and she's had a baby and I'm looking at him. I think I punched you, did I?
Yeah, she grabbed my arm harder than anyone has ever grabbed my arm in my life.
Well, I just thought I'd get a memo on birthing something, but anyway, like I was so embarrassed because I had low blood sugar and I'm like eating a protein bar and I'm crying and yeah. Anyway, it happens.
I was just trying to say that it was Star Wars fans that welcomed us immediately. You know, before you guys had ever seen the show, it was overwhelming in the best way possible, and it's continued to be for 10 years. Yeah. So thank you guys.
Let's start going through the line. You, sir.
Hi, I just wanted to say that Rebels is my favorite piece of Star Wars content outside of the movies. It's the best animated show, I think. I love you all. My question is for Taylor. Do you know why they did not cast you as the live-action Ezra? Because look at that smile. Come on, that's Ezra. You got a beard, it's close enough. Come
I think
on.
you gotta hit that hat guy up. I have no idea.
Don't hit the hat guy.
They didn't even call you? They didn't even, no check?
No, I changed my number as soon as I finished Rebels. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taking on that voice.
I don't know what you mean by that. Nothing wrong with this one.
You're really playing with fire. I invented the Sith because I'm half evil and I'm very rich.
Well, I'm the other half evil.
Oh.
We're on the evil couch.
Okay. That's good. All right.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
This is for Sam. If Maul was raised, okay.
I've already know your question is. He was raised different. Could he have been a good guy? Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he was a good guy. Who would be his Jedi Master?
Who would be his Jedi Master?
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh!
You guys?
You know,
Wow.
I kind of feel like it would be Mace Windu. This is the guy who, he was the only guy on the ball enough to actually beat Palpatine in a fight, in a fair fight.
Right.
Fair-ish. He brought 3 Jedi with him. They don't How many Jedi? It was him and 3 other guys, and they all got killed.
They weren't very good, but
Yeah. Yeah, he brought the...
Kit Fisto, I can't remember who else.
Yeah, Kit Fisto, and who else was there? CGT was there?
Plo Koon? No, he wasn't. No.
No, he died in the spaceship. And Dave says he didn't die at all, but no, he's dead.
Oh, that's right.
He's dead. But yeah, no, it would have to be Mace Windu. He almost fixed Star Wars. Don't talk about changing Star Wars. Talk to Samuel L. Jackson. He was this close. And Anakin's like, hold my fake hand. I'm gonna take
thank you.
Thank you.
Star Wars Rebels was truly like that one piece of media that kind of like changes your life for the better, and it's something that I wish I could like have back to like rewatch it all over again, because it was something that was just it rejuvenated my love for Star Wars in new ways I didn't think was possible. And to have that again in the live action Ahsoka series was such a gift that Dave Filoni gave us all. And so my question is, what is something that each of the actors brought in each of your characters that you enjoyed as like the original voice actors? And Sam, you can definitely chime in. I know Maul wasn't there yet. I mean, no, actually not ever. I mean, who knows? I mean, yeah, he tried once. He could come back to life again.
I am sorry to disappoint you, but I actually haven't watched the show yet,
Okay.
so I don't have any
That's
answers.
okay. Yeah, and that's actually something I didn't know if you had the chance to watch it yet, but if you got the chance to see it, what do you think is something that the actor brought that you enjoyed? That was something new.
I've seen it. You have not, right? Not yet. He doesn't have Disney.
Guys, I don't have Disney Plus. I need some help out here.
I got you, bro. Share my password.
That's an easy fix. But yeah.
DM me your password, please.
Yeah, I thought everyone did a great job.
That's
So
the hat guy.
I think universally it's a different time in the storyline. And Hera's concerns at that point, she has a son now. So she's a different person. When you're a single mom, you have to think who's gonna take care of this little youngling. And so it's a different set of concerns as opposed to just living on the edge. And so I appreciated that element that she brought to her maturation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was lovely.
I mean, I'm a mom myself, so like coming into the show.
You guys felt great about it, right? I mean, it was really...
I'm a little concerned, and like I said, you scared me to death. And the only time I felt that was when Thrawn exhaled, ever. That guy, no thanks, hard pass. But the actor is so nice. He's the sweetest guy. He wanted to be on a DM text chain with us, and we were like, with us? He was such a sweetheart. Anyway, I didn't feel great about it. I was a little concerned about this kid.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I mean, I also learned the most I had learned about Star Wars during that run of episodes.
Well, I also, as a Clone Wars nerd and hardcore fan who worships Clone Wars, I was thrilled. So Vanessa was happy, Hera, not so much.
It was funny because Dave made sure that Taylor was between me and Freddie in the room when we were recording.
Terrifying.
It was awesome. So here's what would happen. Forgive me. So, I would as Darth Maul, I would be like, something like, Ezra, you will give it for one reason, to use it. Can I count on you? And I'd give him some pet talk about the dark side. And then they'd say, cut. And then Taylor would be like,
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
and he would say that. He would die. And the moment he'd say, it makes a lot of sense, then Freddie'd be like, no, don't you understand, dude? That's the dark side, man. This is how this works. Action. Ezra, he's using you. And I because that's what he wanted. He wanted me to confuse because you hadn't seen the Star Wars movies, and when he found out, he said, "Don't watch them."
I was gonna say, it's exactly right. He was like, don't watch it and figure out the episode. And I was like, Sarah's making a lot of sense here. He honestly still is.
Guys, we need to rethink this whole dark side, light side thing, because, you know.
Yeah, well, and Space Mom was in the corner sweating bullets. Like,
Also, Sam, your Freddy, the nuance of your Freddy and your Freddy playing Kanan was like, round of applause, round of applause. I mean, seriously.
Hello.
Hello, my name's Ezra. Yes, I named myself after the character.
We love you.
My question is for all of you. If Order 66 didn't happen, do you think the Ghost crew would have still found each other, and how do you think it would have changed your characters?
Well, first of all, Plo Koon would still be here. Right? Yeah. Yes. I've been campaigning to bring that guy back. I swear, ever since you came clickety-clack with your pantalones and whatever was like going on there, I was like, anything can happen. We can bring him back. I know we can. And Lonnie's like, no, please.
We can rebuild him. We can make him better than before.
I think we would have found each other, and I definitely would have been down with Plo Koon.
Oh.
I would love to think that we would have found each other in any sort of scenario. We would have found each other.
I'll just go the opposite and say we wouldn't have found each other and Ezra would have turned into Aladdin. No, we definitely would have found each other. We had to.
Yeah,
We had to.
That's hilarious.
I would have found and killed all of them. There would have been nothing to stop me at that point. Nothing at all. So, well, that guy.
That guy.
I think he'd probably live for a little while.
Thank you.
Guys, these questions are great. Like, they're really different than, we get asked the same questions a lot, so thank you for all your questions. I won't speak for everyone, but I felt like Dave, first of all, Dave is like, I mean, aside from Sam, like, just an encyclopedia of, I mean, he's like the messiah of Star Wars as far as I'm concerned, and just like a wealth of information. So he would come in before every recording session started, and we would just like I should say that. We would just like talk, he would talk to us for like an hour. Of a 4-hour session, he would talk to us for an hour about what's happening and the different angles and things to consider, and you know, just there would be so much prep, which was, for me, I love prep, and the more information the better. So it felt like very collaborative, and I don't even feel like it would be necessarily like a clapback, because he was also so open to our ideas. Even like I would ask him how to pronounce a word, and he would go, well, how would you pronounce it? I'm like, no, but how is it pronounced? Because I'm a perfectionist and I want things to be correct. And he was like, but people from different parts of the country say this word different ways. Why can't you guys say it differently? I'm like, I don't know, is that okay? So there was a lot of sort of give and take and back and forth, and it never felt like an argument. It felt like more like a discussion, and he was always very open to our ideas or my ideas about Sabine, and even sometimes when I was like, no, you tell me, he'd be like, no, you tell me. And so it was great. It felt very liberating, and it was always like a very encouraging environment to like have ideas, have thoughts about why where he was coming from. Well, I have a different idea, and he'd be like, let's hear it and try it. Yeah, let's try it out.
Well, I remember when I was on my way to the first taping, they said, oh, by the way, could you prepare the script also with a French accent or an Israeli accent? I said, you mean a Ryloth accent? And they said, yeah, but they're not sure what they want to do. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm literally driving there, like, okay, well, we're gonna wing it, I don't know. And then they ended up going, we never even tried it that way, but one day I got a text from Dave saying, would Hera ever speak in her native accent? And I said, only if she was mad. And then it was silence, and I was like, okay, bye. I don't know. I never thought I'd get a text from Dave Filoni in my entire life, but that's the magic of that moment. But then when she had her scene with Chom Syndulla, and they're going at it, he's like, I can't do Dave Filoni, but he said, remember what I texted you? And I said, yeah. And he goes, do that. And I speak French, and I'm a huge, like I said, Clone Wars nerd, so I knew exactly how to do a Ryloth accent. And in the heat of that moment, we recorded it like 7,000 ways, but one of them was with her native accent, because it's almost like if someone were to go to their home, go back to Texas or somewhere where there's a drawl or something like that, they start arguing with their family and maybe, I don't know.
I loved it. That was great.
But so there's never a reason to clap back necessarily. There are these sort of intriguing ideas, and he just put that out there, and so I feel like we found that together, but he asked what I thought first. So he is in charge, but he's also incredibly collaborative.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We have about 5 minutes left, so we're going to have to go a little faster with these if we're going to get all you guys.
We'll go faster too. Sorry about that.
First of all, I want to thank you guys for being like fans and actually caring about your product and shows and it matters. Question is specifically for Sam, if you guys chime in, but do you think that there's any room for Star Killer in the canon coming up or anything like that?
I mean, I'd shave my head tomorrow, yeah. If it's useful to the story, that's what it comes down to, if there's a use for that. I mean, I think there's a really interesting, I don't know if Dave, I can't speak for him whether he believes Vader would take an apprentice or not. I think he would. I think it makes sense. George at one point, and I don't know if he feels this way anymore, but at one point he thought,
Yeah, Darth Vader, they're always looking for an apprentice. They're over for the person who's making their life miserable. Kind of like me.
Dave. I'm working on it.
Will Sam be painting the miniatures?
I'm working on it.
GMing, man.
DMing,
Yeah.
the best DM ever.
At Darth Maul.
We played Star Wars RPG on Freddie's YouTube channel, and it was epic.
Yeah.
You guys want to see? Yeah, we couldn't get you to come and join us and nerd out with us. I don't know why you did. Why did you shun us?
My honest answer is because I don't know how to do it, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I chickened out.
You'll learn from Sam. I learned
That
it.
won't happen next time. I'm working on it. So
It was just out of pure fear.
Here.
Yeah.
we'll have good news. We actually have something that we're also working on that we were hoping to announce today. We're not allowed to yet, but stay tuned because we have something really fun to do. And beyond that, hopefully will be a tabletop RPG, and if Sam is available.
Oh my God, I would totally do it. Yeah. Look up Gag Wars. GEGGWARS. Look it up on YouTube. You can see these guys having their first D&D-like experience with me as the DM. It was hysterical. It was so funny.
Thank you.
Blade color, blade options, whatever. What kind of lightsaber would you have?
Easy Ezra's first lightsaber. Easy.
Yeah!
Woo! Have a blaster saber. This again, I would ask Dave this every time. Why have we not had them before? It's so cool. I guess not everyone here agrees. That's it.
I would make mine somehow look like Sabine's season 3 hair. That was like the ombre from like the purple.
Not the dark saber?
Well, yeah, but we're doing like a make-believe situation, right? Okay, no.
For you, not necessarily for your character.
Yeah. Sabine, Darksaber. For me, and I don't know, I'll try and go fast, but back at the end of season 1, Dave Filoni asked me what Sabine's hair should look like next season, and I was so honored that he would ask me, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's my answer? And I described my answer to him, and then season 2 came out and it was completely not that hair. I was like, oh, okay, well, it was nice of him to ask. And then season 3 came out and it was exactly the hair that I had described, so that is my answer for if I could create a a lightsaber for myself. Freudian slip.
I would go green all day.
Sure, green?
Yeah.
Lightsaber
I'm
Pez dispenser.
I'm so sorry, everybody. We are out of time. We have to take our group selfie. But please visit each one of these at their booth. Come on up, come to the stage, and be prepared to be in the photo. And I'll step over here. Thank you.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
They're in the center. They should probably just stay in the center.
Everyone in the center, just stay in the
stay in the
center.
center and fill those.
All right, guys, I'm gonna
Everyone
crowd
else,
surf.
everyone else, squeeze in and be
there. You
comfortable
go back
with
that
everybody.
way.
Normally we can handle it together. What do you want?
I'm going to take a couple photos real quick. Don't worry about this one. This is not the real thing yet. See what I can get. No, wait, we need to. We're going to see. We might need to do that. Yeah, so it might be better. You guys are okay with seeing?
Yeah, we're gonna get down.
Sure,
to
Alright.
Sorry.
Thank you for your patience, everyone.
Technical difficulties. I don't know why. Just throw an iPhone up there.
We have a reactor leak here, very large, very dangerous.
Oh.
How are you? What's your operating number? All right.
I love Star Wars.
It's not flashing. All right.
It flashed.
It did.
It flashed twice.
Flash?
Yeah.
Flashed once.
It is not
Oh,
getting you guys at all.
It was like one double flash.
I'm not gonna be able to get anybody in the back.
Everyone stay smiling.
How long?
I'm always smiling.
Yeah, really.
Just want to hit an iPhone? Yeah.
Go ahead and do that. I'm the one that's yeah, I'm gonna go back down. I can fix it. We're gonna say it.
They told me they fixed it.
I trusted him to fix it.
Knees at 53%. Scotty, we need those knees.
Captain, I can't change the laws of physics.
We don't have anything left, Scotty.
It's a no-go.
You sound like that narrator in
Thanks,
Clone Wars.
guys. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the con.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.